Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever applies to you. Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Julia. I'm a contemporary singing specialist based in Australia, and today I'm reacting to Home Free again. Now, there was a long list of songs you guys wanted me to react to from Home Free, but I kind of wanted to explore their catalog a little more. So I went through their YouTube and I found out that they've done a cover of Boyz II Men, End of the Road. So that is what we're reacting to today because I'm super keen to hear how they handle that, because at the moment I've heard them do country. I really want to hear how they go about handling R&B. So this, I'm keen as a bean for this. Let's do it.
We belong together, and you know that I'm right. Why do you play with my heart, or why do you play with my mind? Said we'd be forever, said it never died. How could you love me and leave me and never say goodbye? Oh, I can't sleep at night without holding you tight. Girl, each time I try, I just break down and cry. The pain in my head, oh, I'd rather be dead, spinning it around and around. Although we come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me, I belong to you. Girl, I know you really love me, you just don't realize.
Okay, so this is amazing. As we know, Boyz II Men are an absolutely phenomenal vocal group. So the fact that they've managed to adapt to the R&B style and also keep the balance and the whole vibe of the song, that is really, really cool. I like their harmonies because it fits in with the style of the original. Obviously, it's a cover. And I also like the fact that I can hear their distinct voices through that chorus. So I can hear Tim down the bottom, and then I can hear Austin, who's a little bit brighter, through the top. I am loving Rob's voice. Oh my God, I didn't get to hear him all that much in the Ring of Fire reaction. So I love the fact that I'm getting to hear so much more of him in this particular song. R&B has a little bit of I call it like a whingy sound, but it's more about the placement as opposed to like it actually sounding like somebody whinging. They have this placement that has to be at the front. You need to be able to keep your phrasing really relaxed and conversational, and also be able to sit at the right emphasis of the actual piece. So a lot of music, particularly pop and country, will tend to favor like your downbeat type of feeling, and then you have R&B and soul and all of these other, and jazz and all these other kinds of musical styles which favor more of like a backbeat. So the fact that they've been able to adapt to that is awesome. I mean, I don't know their musical background, so maybe it's actually easy for them. The flexibility in Rob's voice is kind of blowing my mind. He's keeping it super light, and he's just running straight through it. Can still hear a hint of the accent in there, but for the most part, this is really cool. I'm enjoying this. We're going to keep going. But before we do, Austin is so clear and bright through that belting section, and he's so consistent through it as well, which is kind of cool because I can see in his throat that it looks like he's working for it just a little bit, but not so much that his voice sounds strained. I would love to start to hear a little bit more distortion, a little bit more grit to it as the song progresses, because that's kind of the direction that R&B can go. You can have this like soft, soulful R&B chill kind of sound, and then there's other influences through those other styles that I mentioned that can start to sneak in. A little bit of a blues, a little bit of a soul, a little bit of gospel, a little bit of jazz can start to sneak in. And with that, vocal effects that tend to accompany those styles as they get more emotional, such as rasp, aspiration, you got squalls, you got growls, you got all these other little things that can start to sneak in. So I would be interested to see if they actually take it there, you know, because this song is, it gets really heartfelt towards the end, so I'm keen. Anyway, are you gonna keep going?
You just don't realize you've never been there before. It's only your first time. maybe I'll forgive you. Maybe you'll try. We should be happy together forever, you and I. Will you love me again like you loved me before? This time I want you to love me much more. This time instead, just come to my bed and baby, just don't let me down. Although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me, I belong to you. Come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me, I belong to you.
Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, Tim. We'll go back. So, obviously in the chorus, you have some like backing music that's coming in through there. I love the fact that Adam is so on top of it with the beatboxing to make sure that the feel is right. That's actually kind of where it's critical. His versatility that he demonstrates between the three that I've heard so far, he's constantly doing something different with his voice. He's literally a drum kit. Did he just like chew on a cymbal as a child? Like what's it's every single song he just like knocks it out of the park as this human drum kit that creates all of these different percussive sounds in the right way for the style that they're going for. Like it's really cool. Austin really took it there with that belt towards the end. He made sure he was consistent all the way through to the end, and then going up for that last note just really lends itself to being able to lead into the chorus, which does have backing music coming through it. So the boys are singing in unison and doing different things there, and then you can hear just a little bit of that electric kind of sound that's going in underneath it, which, I mean, it honestly works. If you weren't listening for it, you probably wouldn't even hear it. Like in the verses, you can hear that there's a lot more a cappella things going on, and then through that chorus, they've just got a little bit of musical support there, which allows the piece to build and for it to feel more like a cover of the original song. So I like that they've done that.
I belong to you. Lonely, lonely, so lonely, lonely. This time instead, just come to my bed and baby, just don't let me down. Although we've come.
You hear that little effect that he put on the start of the sound there from Austin. Also, Tim's voice, as usual, beautiful depth of the bass there really allows like a fantastic musical contrast. I like the fact that there was a little bit of extra vocal layering on there. I don't think this would be a song that they'd be able to pull off just by themselves a cappella to this standard live on stage, purely just because there's so many other things that are going on there. Even that little ha 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 that they had going in the background of the bridge, you'd need like just a couple of other little backup singers to fill that in, and then of course the keys or whatever it is that they've got going through there under that chorus in order to be able to pull off what they've pulled off in the video here. But
I belong to you. Lonely, lonely, so
you can hear that little ha 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 ha. So you can hear the little ha-ha coming through behind there. I guess you could probably just put it on a keyboard, to be honest, and it can just make the sound for them.
Lonely, lonely, so lonely, lonely. This time instead.
And then a little growl, a little bit of distortion coming in from Austin there on Instead, which, again, just takes it to that next level. I'm so glad they went there. This is cool.
This time instead, just come to my bed and baby, just don't let me down. Although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me.
Rob is running all over this shit. Wow. Okay, cool. I said ship. Rob is just running everywhere. This is really cool. Actually, Rob's vocal setup for his timbre that I noted in the first home free react that I ever did, which was to Man of Constant Sorrow, with it being a little bit more twangy, a little bit lighter, has lent itself really, really well into being able to fit into that R&B style that they're encapsulating in this particular performance. So the fact that he can run, while it just took me by surprise, I am not surprised overall, because I suspected when I first heard him that his voice would be really, really flexible, and here it's just everywhere. Let's go back and listen to that run again.
Can't let go, baby. It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you. Go to the end of the road. Come to the end of the road.
Yeah.
It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you.
Flippin' love this song, and I love hearing really clear melismas. Part of it is because I'm not a fast riffer. I can't do really fast melismas in this way with it being that clear and that quick. Can we please re-listen to that high riff that he did? You're listening for Rob basically going. That's my approximation of what he just did.
I belong to you. Go to the end of the road. Still I can't let go, baby. It's unnatural. It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you.
He's got those little growls. He's got a little bit of rust coming through. Yes! Oh, he took it there. They took it there. Oh, that's so cool. We're going to do that again. So stylistically appropriate. So that little growl that he's got going on there with the, like this quality that's going on here. He's connecting to his body underneath that sound. You can see it, his body is moving down. And it just adds that extra little bit of spice. It makes you feel like you're more emotionally engaged to whatever it is that they're singing. It just adds more. While I did suspect that his voice would be flexible enough to run, I hadn't heard him do any vocal effects in any of the other home free songs that I've reacted to. Albeit I've only reacted to 2 of them, but this is cool. This is real cool. Rob could walk into any gospel church, I think, and just slot right on in there because his tone sits in the right place. He can run. He's got these growls. He's connecting to his body. You can see he's into it. This is amazing. God. So the 2 that I've reacted to so far, Tim has just taken it home for me. His bass is just phenomenal, and it's been a feature, I guess you could say, of the previous 2 that I've reacted to, which is Man of Constant Sorrow and Ring of Fire. So impressed with Rob as the soloist in this particular reaction because he just nailed it. God, I'm so glad he took it there. Rob's a beast. Oh my. So glad that he took it there with the effects and his ad-libbing. The runs are just so fast and clear. Sometimes people run and it's fast, but it might not make musical sense. In this context, Rob's runs made perfect musical sense, so it actually elevated the performance for me to have them in there. And the fact that he was able to execute them to such a high standard, whew. And in different parts of his range too. That's the other thing, is I got to hear so much more of his range in this particular song because of him singing the verses, and then at the end him being able to take that all the way up into his second register, which is perfectly balanced, by the way. So, overall, Rob had my full attention in this, which makes sense. He's the soloist. Arrangement-wise, fit perfectly. You have some oohs and some stacks and some ahs, and then, of course, the unison in that chorus, giving us that fuller feeling. Again, fitting the original song where, you know, Boyz II Men has more than just one singer in it. So their arrangements also favor a slightly fuller sound as they go through their choruses and as the songs build, because, you know, emotional ballads and a cappella harmonies, that's kind of like their thing. So Home Free being able to sing and also sort of meet the same feeling for me with the song, that's really, really cool. I'm just super impressed with Rob's vocal versatility that he demonstrated, going from being more soulful, his phrasing like fitting the actual style and sounding fantastic through those verses, chorus sounding great, full, all those voices there together, and then his ad-libbing with the growls and the runs, and just, this is just all round really enjoyable for me to watch. As you can, I barely like staying in my chair here. I can't handle it. Yes, it was great. It was great. I loved it. Anyways, that is it for me today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed that one as much as I did. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, click the subscribe button and the bell notification beside it for more just like this one. As usual, I hope you're staying safe. I hope you are staying healthy, and I will see you next time. Bye.
I belong to